Good morning, Bonham community. Thanks for dropping back in to Tony's LPs R Us. Tony here. Just with sad news, I was told today by my wife, and then I went online. I saw that the great legendary singer from Long Island, New York, Long Island City, New York, passed away at the age of 96. As we all know, Tony was in great health the last few years. Actually, retired not too long ago. I was able to catch Tony's concerts at least 4 times, and the last time I saw him, he was quite elderly. But I said to my friend who I went with, we went to a venue in Staten Island. I said he was so good that this show could have been a DVD release. That's how good he was. He came on and he did it all. He was just smooth. He turns it on. He's the super consummate professional at probably at age 92 or 93 when I saw him. I met Tony at a book signing. It was really cool to meet Tony. He actually signed a DVD for us. Right there, you can see very light handwriting, very perfect handwriting. And this is a duet CD. And this is actually the DVD of the duets. And here we have his book, Life is a Gift, The Zen of Bennett. And I also had him sign this for me. I got to talk to him for a few seconds in line at the book signing at a book signing in New Jersey. And it was a thrill to meet him. Always been a fan and a fan of Frank. Frank Sinatra in Life magazine, I guess it was, or maybe Times. He said, "For my money, Tony Bennett is the best singer in the business. He excites me when I watch him. He moves me. He's the singer who gets across what the composer had in mind, and probably a little more." He also gave this tribute to Tony. I believe it was at Carnegie Hall, and Tony was in the audience, and Tony's mother was in the audience as well. Big fan of Frank. And Frank basically reiterated that statement, saying, "For my money, the best singer in the business is Tony Bennett. Let's give him a big hand." And I also had a friend, a really good friend of mine, my best friend actually, was there with his family, and they had come over from Italy, and they took the family to Carnegie Hall to see Tony Bennett, which at that time was a super thrill. I'm not sure of the year. It had to be in the 70s, I guess. And Tony said that, and Tony's mother was so thrilled and happy and proud of her son that Frank actually indicated that to the audience at Carnegie Hall. And we all know from there, Tony just got bigger and bigger. This duets record, has everyone in it. Andrea Bocelli, Michael Bublé, Natalie Cole, Sheryl Crow, Aretha, Josh Groban, Faith Hill, Norah Jones, Lady Gaga, Katie Lang, Queen Latifah, Alejandro Sanz, Carrie Underwood, and Amy Winehouse, who he was really saddened when Amy Winehouse passed away from drugs and alcohol overdose or whatever. So, I just wanted to, give my, put my 2 cents out, being a big fan. But I'm just going to do a shot here before we continue. This is Sambuca. You can see it. It's an Italian liqueur. Tony, rest in peace. Thanks for the memories. Ooh. So, good stuff. So anyway, Tony, as you know, died 7/21, 2023. He was born August 3rd, 1926, Long Island City, New York. and just an amazing legacy that he has left us. I've got 20 lifetime Grammys. Well, 20 Grammys and a Lifetime Achievement Award, 2 Primetime Emmy Awards, and the accolades, go on and on. Here's his greatest hits. On Columbia, and it's just a really good compilation. When I pull out the album, you'll see that the gatefold is really nice. The cover is great. Unfortunately, the same cover on the front as on the back, same picture. But here this says Tony Bennett has had more greatest hits albums on Columbia Records than any other artist on the label to date, making him the first artist to arrive in the CBS Hall of Fame. And here they show some of the covers of the LPs and maybe some of the singles. And there you have that. But this is an excellent compilation. This is an OG pressing. I'm going to plan to do a Tony Bennett little video with my Tony Bennett collection. Here I have some on top. Tony Bennett played with Basie, played at Carnegie Hall, and his Carnegie Hall double album is an incredible sounding record. And if you could pick that up, now's the time, because the prices now online for Tony, unfortunately, will jump based on his death. It's a sad occasion, but that's what happens. Records go up. So if you could head to a record store before they're not aware of it, the records will be at the same price, and I'm sure they'll come down later on. And CDs are always a bargain. Tony's got, I would say, hundreds of albums. I have probably 50 Tony Bennett records. I'm not even quite sure. Interesting note, when I was looking up his date of birth, he is the Guinness World Record holder for the oldest person to release an album of new material at age 95 years and 60 days. And he was 96 when he died. So last year sometime, Tony released an album, and we have to get a copy of that, and I'll go over that online. But once again, rest in peace. Show you this here. Some nice photographs in here. And we're not going to go over his tons of hits, 20 Grammys, 2 Lifetime Achievements, 2 Primetime Emmys, and I don't know how many hits. There's probably 24 just on here. I Left My Heart in San Francisco, Rags to Riches. It goes on and on and on. He's played with everybody. His records with just small accompaniment, just piano and guitar, just amazing. His voice is amazing. He never lost his voice. When I saw him a few years back, like I said, it was such a good show. He was so in the moment. He was in the zone that concert could have been a DVD or a CD release, and you would have said, "Wow, this is fantastic." I don't remember him using a teleprompter, which he may have been, for some of the lyrics as a reminder, because these are ingrained in him. And I couldn't fail to mention that he was also an astounding painter. His paintings go for big money. He's been painting for years and years, so it's not something that he just started doing. A lot of artists are multi-talented. Sinatra painted. John Cougar Mellencamp paints now. He just had an exhibition in New York City. So he was just a multi-talented guy. I'm not sure if he ever had a movie role or with a serious role. I'm not sure, but he did get the Emmy Awards for specials, and we could go on and on. But like I said, I just wanted to do this quick announcement. Thank you, Tony. Thanks for the memories. Salute, and rest in peace. We will not see the likes of him again. His legacy will live on, and what I met him was just a gentleman. I remember just a quick story. We were in line at this record store up in North Jersey. It's close to New York City. It's only maybe a 20-minute ride through the tunnel. And I remember the fans of all ages, from 70 to 20 years old. And people were bringing him Italian bread, homemade pasta, braciole, mozzarella, pepperoni, and he was just taking them and just putting them on the floor. And he had his hand. I'm not sure if it was his wife or his handlers, and he would say, "Thank you, thank you." And he would now, who knows where this food ended up? It may have ended up at the bookstore. They had a great lunch, or a great late dinner, or early dinner. But it was funny. People were bringing him tributes, and he was really cool. He was really cool. So I'm happy to have these treasures, and I'll show you the autograph again, just in case. And he was a gentleman, just like his hand. His hand is gentle here, as you can see. A true gentleman, and it's sad, born 1926. What more can you say? Just rest in peace, Tony, and we will be listening for sure. As you can imagine, I'll be putting on some Frank, especially this Basie and some Bennett. Well, he did an album. I have it on disc and record called "Perfectly Frank," where he covered all Frank Sinatra's songbook. That Frank made famous. But they use the same American songbook. So we'll be striking up the band with Tony later on today on the turntable. And stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. I really appreciate it. And there's a lot of stuff coming down the pike. There's a lot of announcements. It's hard to keep up. But thanks for the subscriptions. And please, if you haven't subscribed, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And as you know, we're trying to give you content, every day if I can. I come up with ideas every day. And this one is pushed to the forefront. Like I said, I just heard the sad news this morning. Tony Bennett dead at age 96. God rest his soul. And just keep rocking. And thanks a lot. Cheers. Thank you.